Happy New Year, everybody! Pastor Charlie here with New Hope Lutheran Church and Pastor Charlie's Toolbox. So today for New Year's, I want to play a guessing game. I want you to try to correctly name the tools that I'm going to hold up. Some are easy, some are a little bit hard. First of all, we'll start with something easy. A hammer, right? Okay. How about these? Pliers. Nice. This one? Tape measure, obviously. It's going to get a little trickier now. I got a pair of these here. They close and open. Do you know what they are? What are they called? What is their name? They're called wire strippers. The wire goes, depending on the size, in between these holes here. You squeeze it down and take the coating off a wire. How about these things? They're adjustable up to that size or down to that size. Water pump pliers. Here, know what it is? Well, it's a ratchet wrench with a socket on it, of course. These things, you might know what they are. They're tin snips. You use them to cut thin metal, among other things. Getting a little trickier, I don't know if you know what this is, but what it does, you loosen this. This slides out, you give it a tighten back, and you can set it to different angles. It's called a bevel set. So if you want an angle, you put it on where you're trying to match it to and set it, and then you put it on your piece of wood and you can draw the angle on it. And lastly, this thing. And no, this is not just a big J. This is a nail puller. So what you do, you put this over your nail head if you're trying to pull out a nail, and you bang it down into the wood, and then when you start tilting it, it squeezes on the nail head, and then this acts as a fulcrum to pull the nail out. So, how did you do? Did you get most of them? Maybe you call some of them by a different name, and that's okay as long as everybody's going by that name, because if people call something by all kinds of different names, it can get kind of confusing. Names are important when you want someone to bring you the right tool. I know that on construction sites, sometimes they ask a new person to go and find the skyhook. Go get the skyhook. And then they'll laugh at them because they spend all kinds of time looking for something that doesn't even exist. So it's important to know what things are called in order that everyone's on the same page when a job has to be done. You know, our own names are important as well. They actually have power when they are called out correctly, because when someone knows our name, they're able to call out our name and get our attention. If someone's trying to get our attention by yelling, "Hey you!" well, we probably would ignore that because we might think they're talking about someone else. When someone knows our name, they're able to get our attention. And the reason I bring this all up is because the first Sunday of January is one where we often celebrate something called the name of Jesus. And our lesson from Luke 2:15 to 21 here, it tells us about when Jesus was given his name. It wasn't a big event. It wasn't even an unusual event. It just happened. And for that reason, we might wonder just what the big deal is about the name of Jesus. Knowing the name of Jesus, though, it holds power. for us. It gives us the ability to call out to Jesus when we're having troubles, when we're full of problems, even when we want to give thanks for the good things we see in our lives. It also means that we are relating on a personal level with God, something not everyone seems to understand is possible. We gain access to power we did nothing to deserve, but because God knows our names, we are loved in return. Considering it all that way, you may want to add something to your name, kind of like a title at the end. And that something to add is your name, Child of God. Pastor Charlie, Child of God. Be proud of that name and where it belongs.